Sie was packen.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Again, the old Viking with a linty beard, and on the lower right-hand corner, my son who refused to be D'Artagnan. Yeah, the three musketeers, rapier swords, Athos, Porthos, Aramis, all together for the king, yeah? Or for the tribune.
Okay.
Let's jump into the board view.
So we
You take the rudder. Sorry, I'm always entering your sentences. Sorry for this.
So we began with this opposition, and I used to do these two Hastelli on the sides.
Yeah.
And it's an old game, so we were building this pyramid or whatever this is, but
Olympic Games, spear throwing.
Yeah. By the way, I'm like to call this the vault because
Yeah.
my structure is like a chest, or at least that's what I'm trying to build. And then you go here, and then here, and then you have this.
And almost symmetrical. Well,
yeah, you have this in.
It's looking like a crab. Holy crap. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, simple attack on the Equus. Sometimes they're uncertain.
In the old games, the replay file was recorded in a slightly different way, and it tended to be nice to see, but sometimes being faulty.
Yeah.
Is faulty the right word?
I don't know. Let's check afterwards. But we have this little diamond here, strong at the tip, a little loose on the bottom. And this thing was attacking my two Hastedi, so I moved them back. Simple enough. And you're me once again. But I took.
Yeah, and I took.
I took.
And I took.
You took.
A little consolidation in the... Hey!
And I took.
You are always exaggerating.
And I'm now up one piece. Nice. That's why you have to look at captured chains. A little less this game, but...
Captured chains.
So we have a few prophylactic equity. You blocked mine.
And even, this is an old game, and you are always doing this. He's preparing a herd and announcing a stampede directly into my front line.
You never set traps. How is your opponent going to fall into them?
This is uncourteous.
Yeah. You have nasty intentions over here,
yes,
do you?
I have. Yeah.
So maybe even in the future that you go here and you open up this threat and then you overly attack it. And I can't move this away because the Equus would look at me here, and then you know.
No threat intended.
I had to block here, and this is now not a threat anymore. Because simply take here. This is an attack on your Tribune, and then I could deal with the threat of your Equus taking here. So let's...
I don't know what the heck. I mean, I could have combined here to a Sagittarius, let's say. And then hey, you had to do something, and but this way, it's completely ridiculous. It's
Not really. You're reactivating the threat of this. You would attack here, and this is not sufficiently protected.
yeah, but he isn't sufficiently protected either.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's not enough.
yes, but you, I can't really do a lot, I think.
You
I,
would
I,
take, okay, you would take two, I would take three, you would take three, I would take three. Okay, okay, you would be down one piece, but my ballista would have been dislocated here, it would have been deflected,
yeah,
and
but you, oh, Jesus Christ. You could maybe go here. So, but anyways, we
Art
don't.
Academy.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I,
Uh,
because this threat had been reactivated, I blocked.
yeah,
And now
too late.
you attacked me here and but doesn't. Oh no, this is protected.
Uh,
Interesting.
but it's not looking very solid. I'm not convinced.
Yeah, I thought that this threat was too strong now,
Uh,
and I was thinking, well, if you take here, we will trade, and then we have the same position as before. You can't really go here because I would take your ballista.
exactly. Yeah,
So,
what would happen when I take, yeah, you would retake with your ballista, and your ballista would be on the same spot as it was before. Quite nice. By bringing a Sagittarius here, doing some combining, decombining stuff, and completely rearranging everything to do nothing at all.
oh, what? Oh, that's interesting too.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Now you blocked yourself. You couldn't take my, and now you can take here because,
well, it's guarded
yeah,
sufficiently.
it is.
Uh, this is a little bit annoying,
Yeah,
but I
but is
think it's fine.
I would say so.
Yeah, but what you want to disallow is something that can take, and then you can only harm this because it will always be annoying if an Zavos is here. So if
Mhm.
this gets taken, takes, and I take back, the enemy will lose one piece, but they will have a guy sticking around here, and it's a little bit annoying to get rid of him.
Yeah, it costs you some additional moves.
Yes, and for that reason I disallowed it.
Yeah, you dodged.
Yes, and your Equus has not a lot of things to do here.
Exactly. He was taking the newspapers, stepping aside, and yeah.
Because these two Secretari, uh, well, this Secretari is attacking here, 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 and he's defending here, and
I could just completely switch over the position, but it doesn't do anything at all. So, well, let's jump forward and have a look at what happened next.
you made a prophylactic move here. It doesn't do anything yet, but maybe in the future, and you have the idea maybe to go here.
Hmm.
So you would then relinquish. I would be forced maybe to relinquish defense of that, and
Hmm.
could be a little hard to defend this guy from the ballista on the other side.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I had time to take here now. And this is annoying for you, so you probably took back.
I
I
have the choice to take here and solidify, but no, that wouldn't be good because you could attack here. One of my protectors would fall. So, I don't know. This way, it's a clean trade.
And I'm curious now what I took back with. I think the Sectarius is the best choice because I would attack here.
Yeah, you would
Let's
come with tempo, and you would bring your back rank forces to the front line. I guess it would have been the move that would have been the most agile.
But I see why I took with that one, because I can now build a ballista here that will
Yeah,
be on the same line.
yeah, that's a nice idea.
And also this guy is protecting here and here.
Still, yeah.
Yeah, so these Sagittarii render this one useless.
Yeah, this is, if you have a look at this spot. I know, no, it's okay. No, it was okay.
We'll
If I would go here, I cannot just at the moment because it is protected by the Sagittarius. If you combine here to a ballista, then the spot is still protected, but now from the ballista.
This is not anymore.
Yeah, but you would maintain the control of this spot. It would be the most precious one at the moment because I could attack your Tribune. Here, yeah, I would crouch a little nearer and yeah. Yeah, okay. Come on.
So you retook
Yeah.
and oh,
Hmm.
interesting. I either didn't see that, or, and I will just let's imagine I saw this and I was just, oh, pinning is good because I bring another attacker to the party.
Yeah. And what
So
I'm now seeing is I could combine to a ballista here. It is protected, yes, but you could take an in-between move
yes,
going here because this field would only be protected by the ballista and I cannot step aside because I'm pinned. So everything would pop. Wow.
and the most brutal thing is, whatever you do,
This is
I
next.
can attack you on the next move, and I can also attack the ballista. For example, like this.
Yeah, maybe because
And I
you.
have back up,
I would
and
think, yeah,
this one will kill the ballista. So if I can't kill
yeah,
your Tribune, I can at least get rid of this guy.
yeah, completely. Yeah, this way it was very nice because it wasn't a double attack on the Tribune, so the Tribune is not going to be killed in the next move. You can you can kill the attacker, but
Like
then
this.
you you would take this completely.
Yes, and
And this is
have
at this point,
advantage.
yeah. Come on back. This
Yeah,
was a nice sideline and worth having a look at. So
but
yeah,
you
simple.
posed a threat now.
Yeah,
Very simple threat. You would win instantly. So I blocked.
yeah, and a good block because you are completely solidified. And yeah, I could trade, but
And my ballista will stay here. I can retake with this guy.
exactly.
Very important.
So yeah, I take, you take, exactly. Still maintaining the thread on the center file.
Yes, and you see, I have the ranged pieces. You do not have, you are not equipped
Hmm.
to face this, and so you have to defend now. This guy is defended well enough, I think.
I don't know. It's 5 points. You would take 3. I would retake maybe.
That does
And
not strike me to be.
Ah, I thought this would be the taking sequence. I'm losing 3, you are losing 4. Now I'm losing 2, 3, 3, and I don't know. But I could decide to just take 3, not taking the Equus entirely if you arrive here. And so Servus would remain, would be a little annoying, but for the time being, you would be completely blocked by your own unit. Just a tactical measure.
So I tried now to get these 2 pieces
Yeah.
and make them to an Equus, so that I would have even more stuff to attack you with. I think that's a very direct threat.
You should accelerate a little.
Yes, we should accelerate.
There
So,
comes the first real attack on the Tribune.
yes.
Simple
Then,
avoidance, and
oh,
now it's this was a clever move. I don't know, maybe it would have been the better move before this Equus, but now you can additionally come in with the Equus. It's okay.
so I think this is good because I had a tempo because I attacked that. You now attacked me and I stepped forward because you can't re-attack me now.
Yeah, if you would have gone to this gray spot, then I could combine here, attack you here, and harm your ballista. That would have been a blunder, but you didn't fall for it.
You still tried.
Yeah.
But that is where we will end off the episode, because here is an kill sequence. A next in 1. Feel free to pause the video, find it. I don't know. Would you like to take your hand out of the way?
Oh, sorry.
So, let's maybe give the audience a quick look so that they can glance over the position. And I'd say okay,
it was a jingle of a game show.
Yes.
From my youth. This means it's centuries ago.
So let's spoil the result.
Come on. Kick it.
This is the ending.
And this is next. It's ridiculous. I have my whole army around.
Yeah, so this guy is the sniper from the back. This archer is making sure that the Tribune has no escape. And this archer delivers the final blow.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice description.
They're working in parallel. So it's nice geometrically.
Yeah.
That you have these 2 parallels.
And now you see why the game is named Wedged in Free Space. I have a lot of space around, but it's yet so tight.
Yeah. A Centuria hexagon.
Ooh, come on. A little drawing. Would you like to use some more colors?
I only
the
have
colors of the rainbow, maybe. Oh, okay.
So
yeah, okay. Unnecessary. Hey.
Oh, look at him go.
Okay, I've seen enough. We're on the goodbye screen. So, thank you very much for your attention. And if you may, hold your breath now, stopping laughing over my Tribune jumping around. Then feel free to leave a like, subscribe to our channel, ring the bell. Yeah, share it with your friends maybe. Maybe you take a look at the files down below. We have everything you need to play Tribun online on the Tabletop Simulator as we do. or just print out the board on some piece of paper, take the pieces. We have 3D files for the 3D printer, and well, feel free to play Tribun as much as you can. Be back every Wednesday and Saturday when we are broadcasting again, and I would say, see you soon.
On Tribun.